So I got my control arms back from sandblasting and the brackets as well. I'm gonna replace the bushings. This is the part number here from LMC. I'm also gonna do the track arm, which is right here, but I gotta get it cleaned up. I already took the bushing out yesterday. After I get these new bushings in, I'm gonna clean it up, and then I'm gonna paint them with the POR 15, the same paint that I used on my frame. My frame last week, I had already painted it. I scuffed it with 320, and I'm gonna give it a second coat, and then we'll start assembly. My goal is to have the springs back in, the control arms, so that I could have it all ready to put the axle back in. But before I paint them, I want to remove these old bushings. It's not that difficult, but if yours are real rusted in, there's going to be a little harder. Mine were kind of easy to get out. At least this one was. I'll bring the other one over here and I'll show you how I do it. First thing you want to do is spray a little bit of WD-40 or PB Blaster between the bushing and the control arm. So these will only come out one way. They gotta get pushed from here out the other way. You can see this one's pretty much the diameter of the hole with the control arm, and the other side has this lip. So I'm going to use a socket that fits just over this piece here to bang it through. There it is. It's a little time consuming, but it'll come out. I'm gonna do the same thing for the bushings on the track bar. This one's already coming out fairly easy. I just hit it with the 3/4 inch socket. I'll do the same thing to both, and then I start painting them. So these bushings only go in one way. They're tapered. Also, based on the marks from yesterday when I was banging them out, they went out that way. So because they have this lip here, this is going to go in like this. And I'm going to use this piece of pipe here that goes right over the bushing, and it's the same size as the lip to drive this in. It's pretty simple, you know, just put it in there and hit it, and that's it. It's not that hard. So I'm gonna get the bushing here. I'm gonna spray a little bit of WD-40 on it. This is just to help it go in the hole. You could use grease, whatever you got, just put something on there. I got the track bar all cleaned up. So LMC had these bushings for it on back order, but Holly or Brothers Trucks had them. They're these here. I already opened up this one. I don't know how old they are, but they're genuine GM. So that's what I'm gonna use to drive them in, the same way I did those. But for these, I'm going to use a 1 1/16 socket that fits it perfect. I got the bushings in on the track bar here. This one was kind of stubborn, so I had to go get this ball joint press from AutoZone real quick. But it's in. I got the first coat of the POR 15 on the control arms and track bar and the brackets. I got the springs scuffed up with 320, and I'm going to paint them with this white here. This is the same paint I'm going to use on my bumpers. We got some snow last night, but today the weather's supposed to be a lot better. So I'm going to start putting in the trailing arms, the springs, all the suspension that goes back here. I got most of the parts laid out here. New U-bolts, new springs. I painted those white to match the bumper. I still have to paint the bumper. New hard. The differential is eventually going to get resealed, and I got to change the pinion seal as well. But for now, my concern is just getting this back in the truck so I could roll this around. So I'm just going to paint the tubes real quick where they mount up. That way that's done and taken care of, and then I can move on. Also, because like I said, I'm eventually going to open this up to make the job easier in the future. I started scraping all this gunk into this box here. You can see how much came off. Almost got it back together. I'm struggling to align these U-bolt holes by myself. Either the control arm moves or this plate that goes in between moves for the overload spring. So what I'm using is both U-bolts, one on each side. Will just align the hole, and then once I get everything aligned on this side, I'll take this out, put it in the way it goes, and then I'll do the other side. Also, what I did to help me align it, I just tapped that in right now with the hammer. On the other side, I jacked it up, and I just dropped 2 bolts in the hole. They're not... I just put them in there just to kind of help me set the place so I could be close with the like the motion this way, and I was able to get that U-bolt in on that side. So just a tip, that's how I did it. The U-bolts are kind of tight. They're kind of like really open, and you kind of have to close them in or tap them to get them to go in the holes. So I got it all together. It's still hanging on the jack stand. It's not on its own weight yet. So real quick, I found some of the torque specs that I looked up. These here, 145 pound-feet. The 2 nuts on this on the bottom on the U-bolt, also 145. The top one right here on the spring attachment is 50, and this bottom one down here is 55. So I'm gonna go around real quick and torque all that down, and then we'll be right back. She's finally back on the ground. All new bushings, all new hardware. Still missing the shocks and the track bar, but she's down. So I'm putting the track bar back in, and it's off, and I can't get it to get any closer. So what I'm gonna do, from this hole, I'm gonna get a ratchet strap and strap it down there to that trailing arm so I can pull it, and it'll line that up for me. It's too long. Alright. So what we'll do, we'll go around like this. I'll go underneath. That'll shorten it up. Alright, that should work. Yep, that's gonna work. It's just a lot harder to ratchet than I thought it would. Struggled a bit, but got the track bar in, got the new bolts in. I'm gonna do the shock absorbers now, and I think I'm pretty much done. I gotta wait for the brake line to come in, and I think that's it. Oh, and the pinion seal and the differential stuff, but I could do that with the bed on. It's not a big deal. I need the bed on so that I could get the cab in the garage. Already, like this, it's more solid and it feels just firm, and it's still missing the shocks. Just with the new springs and with the new bushings, it already feels way better than it did before. So, oh, I'm so happy about this. So I'm gonna get the shocks in, and then we'll be done for today. And I finished painting the bumper. I put 3 coats of clear coat on it just to help protect it. These are the shocks I'm gonna use from KYB. I found these on Rock Auto. They were less than 40 bucks. And I'm done with the shocks. See how this thing feels. Oh, it feels way better. Way better. Everything's new. What do you expect? I could even see the cab mounts. When I shake the back, they compress and they go like that. And I can feel the front end is all sloppy, but we're done here. I still got to put the gas tank in and put the bed on. I already installed these brackets off camera, but I wanted to mention under this bolt, I cleaned it up with the die grinder. And then same thing on this side under this washer. And I do that to make sure that I have good grounds and I get electricity passing through there, because my bumper has the license plate lights on it. So it's gonna ground to this bracket, and then this bracket will ground to the frame. I did the same thing on this side. And then before I install the gas tank, I'll probably ground the sending unit to here, and then I'll clean that off with the die grinder as well. But other than that, it's coming apart. Other than that, it's coming together. Well, I'm gonna end this video here. I got a lot done today. Got the bumper painted, gave it 3 coats of clear coat. Got all new hardware. I got good grounds. Painted my springs white. New hardware everywhere, new bushings. I still need to reseal the pinion and reseal the back cover, and obviously change the oil and clean it out. But that's gonna do it. I also went to the DMV this morning and I got my personalized plate that says gear jammer, so I'm waiting for that to come in. But I got a permit, so technically she's legal. Got no engine in it, but if I put the plate on there, I could park it in the street if I had to. So next time we come back, I'll put the gas tank in, and I don't know if the parts for the differential will come in or not, but I gotta get the bed back on so I could start on the front half. So thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.